What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. In today's video, we got an exciting shoutcast of Swoobat with its new ability move, Fly, getting that move in the new update here in this new season. We've got also a Salazzle on the team, so I know this is going to be good. And these battles come to us courtesy of Burn and Excursion. Thank you very much for the submission, my friend. A very regular trainer in my chat on the live streams, and they said, hey, I got some battles with Swoobat. I said, send it now. All right, so we're going to get into these games. Let's get into the first battle here, folks, with Swoobat on the lead. It's rocking Confusion with the Psychic Fangs, so as long as it doesn't hit something that resists Confusion, like this Talonflame does not, we're doing pretty good. Going for Psychic Fangs here on 3 Confusions, I mean, timing kind of sucks in this scenario, so we're just going to go straight in with the Psychic Fangs. The opponent shields it, and then they're going to go for a swap to catch the move on Salazzle. Now, I don't know what you could possibly... They really just... Oh... If that was a fly, that would have been painful. And the opponent comes in with the Lantern. The Lantern did get a nerf. Spark has gone down by 1 damage. And that does do some significant changes to a couple of matchups. Like, for example, one of them being Dugong. My favorite matchup that's changed is now Dugong can live a Thunderbolt. And the Salazzle gets just clapped here. So Annihilape's going to come in now to start getting some energy. And Annihilate here... probably should, I mean, I was going to say you could shield, but they just went to the Surf, and that's no big deal. And Annihilate is rocking the Night Slash here. We don't have Ice Punch, but it looks like we are leaving 2 shields for the Swoobat to do some work. Now, oh, no, throwing right away into the Talonflame is a huge mistake. If you see Talonflame come in, and you know they don't have a move loaded, if you're a 2-turn move user like Annihilate with counter, you want to be going for 2 counters and then the move. That was essentially 3 counters that were just left on the table there, unfortunately. So hopefully Swoobat can come in and get this cleanup beauty going on here. The opponent has a Feral Thorn in the back. Now, it looks like the Swoobat may be running... It looks like it's running Aerial Ace in this first game. I do know that it did eventually get TM to Fly. This is just a mix of battles that the trainer sent in. How do you win this game? I'm trying to figure this out. How do we win this game? Opponent goes for the Thunder. Okay, I respect it. They full sent it. You probably want to go for Aerial Ace here just because it's not resisted and it's Shadow and you've already reduced the defense by 1. Are we catching a move? Or are we just... Hold on a minute. Wait. No, the Talonflame is out of energy, I think. Power Whip is going to knock out. This is going to take out Annihilate. How low is that Talonflame? Bro. Oh! That could have been bad. Good game. That could have been bad. But as to say, those 3 counters mattered, which is why timing is always just such a crucial thing. Next game, we have the Swoobat up against an underpowered Gligar. Again, this is early season. Not everything is powered up at 1500. And this is fine. This is okay. Aerial Ace is going to do quite a bit of damage. Swoobat is certainly not going to be anything less than glassy. It's not very bulky. It has a little bit of bulk to it, but it's not that much. But the defense drop on the Psychic Fangs, you're able to just plow through Gligar here, which is very awkward for this backline. Now, they're going to go for the shield here after taking 1 Aerial Ace. Non-Shadow Gligar is not very much of a threat damage-wise, especially if it has to go for Aerial Ace. Oh, not the Skarmory. Wait, yes, the Skarmory. Salazzle's sitting in the back with its tongue licking. Dude, oh, give it. How much is that damage? Salazzle comes in, the opponent stays in, the Incinerates are roasting the stupid bird. And a shield's gonna go up to block the damage. That is the final shield from the Salazzle, but what's the opponent have in the back? Galarian Zap. Well, hello, Spicy, how you doing today? Galarian Zapdos comes in, the opponent, no shield? Oh, they shield the Dragon Pulse. I probably would have gone for the Poison Fang there just for the fact that they are definitely going to, they're definitely going to shield that. So, like, they have 2 shields. Brave Bird! Oh my goodness, ow!
Boom!
Oh, and somehow the defense drop is enough. Dude, that Salazzle absolutely clapped the... What? Bro, those Incinerates did so much damage. Holy heck! All right, we get a good lead on this one. We got an Annihilate in the lead. The opponent is staying in. They may be core broken by the Swoobat. That's a Carbink. Well, with a defense drop, Annihilate should have a pretty good time here. And the opponent shields. Again, this is early season, but I would definitely be coming in here with the... Now I'm confused. We're throwing a resisted flying move. Okay. Now we're coming with Salazzle against the car. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's back this train up a minute. Everything is going wrong. What is happening? Okay. So, after you get the defense drop against the Carbink, the optimal play here, and I'm doing this as a person who's helping this, this trainer reflect on some games that they've played, okay? You come in with the Annihilate because you resist the rock type damage and you have shield advantage and you got the defense drop. You definitely want to come in with Annihilate here against the Carbink and leave the Swoobat to deal with the Annihilate later. It's okay to let the Annihilate do its thing here. Now the opponent comes in. Never mind, they have a Trevenant. I'm a bozo. I know not what I speak. Actually, saving the Annihilate for the nice catch. Okay, hold on a minute. We're cooking. We are cooking. The going in with the Annihilate against the Carbink here, and then having the Salazzle for the Trevenant was definitely the better way to go about this. But you know, for all I know, dude, typings can be very confusing, especially, you know, if you're not like, you know, myself, and I literally grew up on this game. So, like, I have all this stuff memorized. It doesn't mean that everyone else on the planet does, and I do have to remember that sometimes. But we take a nuke against the Annihilate.
Boom!
And somehow win that game. Good game. All right, I'm gonna recollect myself here. I'm trying not to be rude about anything. This is a fun team. The fun Skeletons cooks this whole team. My goodness, what are we doing against this thing? So one thing that we can keep in mind, and I'm not saying this to rat on this trainer. I hope you guys all understand that. Like, I love this trainer. He's a very good acquaintance and an awesome person. And they're always very fun to have in my chats. So I'm just trying to like add my own like expertise, I guess, or like my opinion on how the game could have gone if we had tried a different method. But Azumarill's awkward as hell for this team. Let's be honest. There's nothing in the back that really wants to see this. But if you're looking to, like, for example, against that Skeleturge, right? Now, thankfully, they did no shield the fly, and it was enough to knock out. But if you're gonna stay in and grind a matchup out like that, typically you do want to go for the Psychic Fangs just because you want to be able to you basically want to be able to try and like grind out, get a shield, something like that. But Tropius in the back was the saving grace that we needed here, as Annihilate gets to punch it down, and Azumarill is now forced to go for a move. And even though the Azumarill will be able to knock out with a Play Rough, Salazzle's going to come in and try to get to 2 Poison Fangs, and the opponent throwing with actually pretty bad timing. They go for 2 bubbles, which is like that's almost as bad as letting a whole Incinerate through. Now, in this case, what I would have done is I'm going for 1 Incinerate, because that gives the opponent less free energy. But I don't think it really matters because they just get knocked out by the Incinerate. So, well played. Good game. All right, getting into the next game here. We got Swoobat against Altaria. This is an awkward lead. The Altaria creams his whole team. All right, let's see what confusion Swoobat is cooking here. Going straight for the Fly. Now, if you don't know, Fly is one of the best damage per energy charge moves of the flying variety. And that does quite a fair amount of damage. The opponent no shielding, probably thinking that they can get away with it, and they actually throw on alignment. Maybe they mistimed the move there, but a whole confusion was able to get through. That's a low kicks, excuse me. Now, this is a bait with a Psychic Fangs. I think it would have made more sense to just full send the Fly, but thankfully the opponent does go ahead and, oh my goodness, the Incinerator. That's a lot of damage. Annihilate probably would have been the better thing to bring in here because you wouldn't have had to shield. And then the opponent's going to bring in a Politoed. So, I mean, it's okay. I mean, either way, Annihilate is looking very good into the rest of this endgame here. The opponent can't really bring in their Altaria here as they just threw energy, and Salazzle gets to these Poison Fangs so quickly. And the opponent now going for 1 Mud Shot and then the move to go for the Water Weather Ball, which will knock out. That takes out Salazzle, and now it's all up to Swoobat and Annihilate. Are they going to be able to take care of it? The opponent does get to the Weather Ball. I almost said Mud Bomb. Weather Ball before the Swoobat gets to its second move here. So that means the Annihilate is going to have to clutch up, and I don't think there's any way that there's no way you lose this game here because the opponent's Politoed just doesn't have the damage to do anything to one-shot the Annihilate. You save the energy for the Altaria, and you knock out the Politoed with the counters, and that's a good game. All right, getting into this next battle against a Skarmory. This is not terrible. We save swap, maybe? No, we're staying in. I would have certainly looked to see if there was a save swap, as staying in and going for resisted damage is something I call, and this is when I'm coaching, I call this a net positive, net negative situation. Now, thankfully, the opponent did stay in to try to commit to a move, and they're going to take a ton of damage. Bro, the Brave Bird's going to knock it out. Bro, it left. It has to have like 1 HP, dude. It has to have 1 HP. Land, please. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Dude, these are rank 12. 11, 12 battles. Like, these aren't like rank 1 spicy, you know, newbie casual players. Like, these are actual, like, these are battles of trainers who have been playing and have gotten up into higher ranks for this point in the season. So Swoobat's going to come in confusion down the Salazzle. The opponent's like, no, I don't want to deal with this. Bye. But again, about the net negative positive situation. So this is a net positive because you're dealing super effective damage and taking neutral. Or if you're in a position where you are dealing not very effective damage and taking neutral or super effective damage, right? So you basically consider like super effective damage to be like a +1, and it's not very effective damage to be a -1. And then if you're dealing with double resisted, it's a -2, right? So if you think about it as like a +1 or -1, or because you can't do double, you can do double super effective, and you can go up to a triple resist. So it can be as low as a -3 or a +2 in worst case scenarios. But you're going to want to be thinking about trying to avoid those situations where you are in a net negative situation where you are dealing less, effective damage than the opponent. And that's what the Swoobat Skarmory matchup was. And I completely skipped over that, but that was basically Salazzle just absolutely destroying a team, so we're good. Shadow Vic in the lead. Confusions. Opponent lagging. Here comes Talonflame. Okay, we're going to go straight for the fly. I don't really think there's a really good way to handle this, but Salazzle in the back can absolutely take care of... Okay, or it's going to come in against the Talonflame. This is fine, too. A fly would do a ton of damage, so you kind of have to shield everything here, which really sucks, to be honest. But being able to go for a Dragon Pulse on 3 is pretty solid here. But the opponent will outpace, so this is kind of difficult. But Dragon Pulse going to get the KO, and the opponent ain't coming back in with the Vic. So here comes a Feraligatr, and you're able to outpace here, thankfully. And I can't tell... The opponent looks like they got the one-turn leg, because they should have been able to sneak a move through there. And they shield... No, that was a charge attack priority event. Okay, well, we're cooking now. Salazzle keeps the shield advantage. The opponent goes for the Hydro Cannon. And even though the Annihilate typically is not a good situation for the... it's not typically a good situation for Feraligatr and Evens. When you're up a shield, it's totally fine. Leaf Blade, not even going to be enough to knock out here. The Feraligatr is going to get the farm down, and in comes the Annihilate to go for the Shadow Ball to finish the job. This is going to get the KO on the Feraligatr. That's going to be a good game here. Well played. Now... Boom! There we go. Taking it out. Love to see it. All right, we're getting into the next game. We got that Swoobat against another Annihilate lead. This is a net positive because you are dealing super effective while taking double resisted on the counters, actually. And this is actually a net neutral situation, you believe it or not, because both Pokemon are doing super effective damage to each other. Now... The thing here is that if you take a Power Whip on an Annihilate, you actually can lose this matchup. But I think the Lickitung had taken enough damage here to the point where it's not going to make too much of a difference. They also have a 1402 CP Lickitung, so it looks like it's not quite fully powered up yet. If it was fully powered up, I think it may have actually done fine there. But we're able to get to a Shadow Ball here before the Skarmory is going to be able to get the farm down and getting the alignment here as well, as Salazzle is going to absolutely love dealing with Skarmory. The opponent comes in with Annihilate. Poison Fang is resisted into the Ghost typing, but I don't think it really matters because if you bring the Swoobat in, Swoobat's just going to feast with that lower damage, and Psychic Fangs is going to continue to lower the damage. Now, because Annihilate, all of its charge moves are super effective, you do have to be cautious of that. But I think this is pretty much unlosable. You just save your shields for the Salazzle, and Swoobat even gets a shield. The opponent trying to commit to that energy here. Ooh, my goodness, this is going to be good. Here we have a Night Slash getting blocked here, and all you have to do is just save the shield. Just save the shield. I would go for the fly here, since lowering the defense of the Skarmory really isn't going to do a whole lot. I do see probably lowering the defense for the Incinerate damage, but I mean at this point, yeah, I guess you get the 2 moves or you land the fly. I reckon the fly plus the confusion is probably enough anyway. But we're gonna take out the Skarmory here, and that's a good game. All right, getting into the next battle, Swoobat against Skarmory again. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We see an immediate pivot into Salazzle. Air Slash Skarmory, opponent living in the past here. And then they bring in a Unova Stunfisk. This is a terrible matchup, but thankfully at least the Unova Stunfisk is running the Thunder Shock. Now, this is awkward because this core breaks the Swoobat Salazzle. So you basically, he's going to shield, okay. We're going to try to go for another move, it looks like. The Poison Fang coming through the opponent, whether they're countering or not, we don't know. But we're going to have to see. They do shield up the Poison Fang. That's actually huge. This gives Burn and Excursion a chance to shield and maybe win this matchup. I don't think you can win the matchup, but the Poison Fang is going to do a lot of damage. Salazzle's very attack weighted. This is going to hurt. even though it's resisted. Poison Fang almost does enough, but the opponent not even able to get to a charge move before going down. Hello, Wiggly. Oh, if you all saw my Wednesday stream, oh, you know how much I hate this Pokemon. Oh, get out of here, you stupid Wiggly butt. No, you get your Wiggly tush out of my face. Nope, bye, gone, get out. Skarmory's in the back. At this point, Annihilate could do well, but now we have to be careful because I do believe the shield, yeah, the last shield is gone, so Annihilate is gonna have a bad time here against the Skarmory. Now, Air Slash, not as good as Steel Wing. They go for the Brave Bird, never mind. Salazzle just comes in and roasts this stupid bird, and that's a simul KO, but Annihilate's still alive, so that's a win. Good game. Getting into the next game here, we got Swoobat against Dragonair. Lots of meta teams against this trainer today, as they are going to go for Confusion, Psychic Fang grinds, it looks like, and the opponent loses charge attack priority. Swoobat has an attack stat. You wouldn't know it by looking at it. That cute little heart nose, and the opponent shields, not knowing the moveset of Swoobat. And honestly, same. I don't know the moveset of Swoobat. That's something that I don't really know, but now getting the defense drop here, and the fact that we win charge attack priority means that this is a win in all even shields for Swoobat here. Psychic Fangs is going to get the final shield. I think you just let this go. Absolutely, just let that go. And then what are we going to do? So what comes in after this? Going for the Aqua Tail. Annihilape's going to come in and start getting ahead on energy. Annihilate up 1-0 shields with an energy lead is absolutely deadly. I don't care what you put in against it. Skarmory doesn't matter. It's not going to be able to deal with this. The opponent's whatever they have in the back may be weak to Annihilate. Skarmory is not going to have fun here. A Shadow Ball, and then we get Salazzle in. Salazzle's in play, but we're forced to use the final shield. If it were me, I think I probably would have gone, ooh. Oh, this better do it. Give it to me. Give it to me. I have the button ready. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Yes.
Boom!
Take it out. See, I probably would have just let Annihilate farm down, but getting the Salazzle in there is so much more rewarding. All right, getting to the... Oh, this thing beats the whole team. Oh, no, dude. What do we do? Okay, what do we do here? What do we do here? Okay, I like that we held on to the energy. If we threw on 3, that's actually on alignment with the Jellicent, and they get a full move for free. So I like that we decided to wait to throw, but throwing right away, I would have rather seen him go for one more Confusion. But then letting that fly go, huge. Now, maybe we're staying in to go for the Psychic Fangs. Okay, now we're going to catch a move on the Annihilate here. This is awkward. A quicker swap probably would have been more beneficial because up a shield, because of the fact that we're not running Ice Punch, Umbreon has a much better time into Annihilate. But you can still live a couple of foul plays, which is nice. But the unfortunate thing is that counters are really the only damage. Now, we threw on 3 here. Maybe they were trying to get a charge attack priority, but typically you want to be throwing on 1, 4, or 7 to maximize the amount of energy and damage you're getting against the opponent so that they cannot get any free moves against you. As we saw earlier with that match with the Talonflame, allowing the free damage and energy to get through actually made it a lot more difficult for the trainer to take the matchup. But Salazzle coming in for the farm down. The opponent looks to be lagging as they only get 3 moves in, and that was 3 Incinerates. You should have got 5 moves in. That was an unfortunate looking, yeah, that was very unfortunate. The best response to this is a Trevenant. The opponent now comes in with the Jellicent after soaking the energy, and now Jellicent is throwing a move here. Swoobat has a choice to make. Does it eat the Surf? It eats it, and it gets knocked out. The opponent does not have... Oh, they have a move, but the opponent... Oh, they don't have the energy to get to 2 moves, and Trevenant just did 1 Shadow Claw or 2 and came out. Now, going for 2 Psychic Fangs, you go for 1, then you go for the Poison Fang, then you go for 1 Incinerate, then you go for the next Poison Fang, and this, yep, that's it, that's perfect. No, we're going for 2! Oh, we get the knockout. Okay. Oh, that was close. Oh my goodness, that was close. Good game. Oh, that was the last one! Okay, well, that was a thrilling end of the final battle that I actually, I didn't expect the Incinerates to knock out, but that's huge that they did. So very fun games here. Thank you again, Burn and Excursion. I hope that, you know, nobody, you know, sees me as critiquing the trainers as bad. I definitely do it with all the love and hope to help the people improve when they submit battles. I don't expect everybody to be like this, you know, leaderboard level perfect player you see at regionals winning all the time. I very much anticipate that there will be battlers of all ranges, and if I see things that can be improved, I like to point them out because, you know, that's part of it. But also, bro, Swoobat actually kind of slaps, not gonna lie. Also, Salazzle did help too. But anyway, those are some exciting battles. Thank you all very much for joining me on this adventure with Burning Excursion's team here. Thank you very much as well for submitting the battles. And if you'd like to submit your own battles to the channel, trainers, you can find a Google form in the description and pinned comment of which you can submit those battles. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.